Sterling Prep, an elite private school for the wealthy and privileged, had an unspoken hierarchy. To some students, it was a place for the right kind of people. On this particular morning, all eyes were fixed on one scene in the bustling hallway. Jada Harper rounded the corner, her mind on the AP Physics quiz waiting for her in 10 minutes. She wasn't looking for trouble, but trouble found her. Blocking her path like a cliché movie villain stood Bryce Dalton's 6'3", blonde, built like a linebacker, and dripping with arrogance. His family's wealth and connections made him untouchable, or so he thought. Bryce had a reputation for treating others like they were beneath him, and today, his target was Jada. She sensed it before he even spoke. Well, Bryce sneered, leaning against the lockers with a mocking grin. Lost, Harper? You sure you're in the right place? A few students slowed, their eyes darting to the scene. No one spoke. Sterling had a rule. When Bryce Dalton targeted someone, you stayed out of it. Jada tightened her grip on her backpack strap. She'd endured his snide remarks for months, ignoring the sting of his words. But today felt different. Move, Bryce, she said sharply. I don't have time for your nonsense. His smirk widened. You think you can talk to me like that? He stepped closer, towering over her. You don't belong here, Harper. This school isn't for. Shove. Jada barely stumbled, but the message was clear: a challenge, a warning, a mistake. Gasps rippled through the crowd. Phones emerged, recording. This wasn't just bullying, it was a spectacle. Jada tilted her head, locking eyes with Bryce. You really don't want to do this, she said, her voice eerily calm. Bryce scoffed. Or what? Gonna cry to a teacher? Go ahead, little girl. This ain't your place. He shoved her again, harder. The crowd tensed. Jada rolled her shoulders, exhaling slowly. All right. He asked for it. Dropping her backpack, she moved like lightning. In one fluid motion, she grabbed his arm, twisted her body, and flipped him over her shoulder. Bryce hit the floor with a sickening thud, the sound echoing through the silent hallway. For the first time, Bryce Dalton wasn't the king of Sterling Prep. He was flat on his back, staring at the ceiling, his pride shattered. The silence broke with a scream. Oh my God! Laughter followed, then claps, then cheers. Jada adjusted her backpack and stepped over him like he was nothing. Told you, she said casually. The crowd erupted. Students high-fived. Phones recorded. Someone yelled, World Star. Bryce groaned, rolling onto his side, his face red with humiliation. This wasn't over, not for him. By lunchtime, Sterling Prep was buzzing. Videos of Jada flipping Bryce had gone viral on social media. Yo, she destroyed him. Didn't know Jada could fight like that. She's a ninja, bro. Students who'd never spoken to Jada suddenly wanted to sit with her, asking about her martial arts training, begging her to teach them. But not everyone was celebrating. Bryce wasn't just humiliated, was furious. He wanted revenge. By the next morning, the school wasn't just talking about Jada's takedown, it was obsessed. The video had exploded on Instagram, TikTok, and X, with captions like, Rich kid owned by black girl at elite school. Bryce had spent years building his reputation as Sterling's untouchable bully. Now he was a meme, a joke. There was only one way to fix it. Make Jada regret crossing him. Jada should have seen it coming. Maybe if she wasn't dodging high fives and questions about her judo training, she'd have noticed the whispers, the wary glances, the way Bryce and his crew stayed quiet, watching her from afar. But she didn't. So when she got a text from an unknown number, meet me at the gym after school. No cameras. Let's settle this, she barely hesitated. Of course it was Bryce. Of course he wanted a rematch. She wasn't scared. She should have been. Sterling Prep's gym was massive, high ceilings, polished floors, championship banners overhead. At 4:15 p.m., it seemed empty. Jada stepped inside, her sneakers silent. The door slammed shut behind her, and she knew she wasn't alone. Big mistake coming here, Harper, Bryce's voice echoed. Jada turned. He wasn't alone. Behind him stood 3 guys: Cole, Ethan, and Logan, his loyal goons, big and brainless. 4 against 1. Jada sighed, crossing her arms. Wow, Bryce. You must really be scared of me. His face twitched. Shut up, he growled, stepping closer, his eyes darker, meaner. This isn't about being scared. It's about respect. Revenge, you mean? Jada shot back. She'd heard that tone before from people who thought they owned places like Sterling. who believed she didn't belong. She took a deep breath, centering herself. Stay calm. Stay focused. Bryce swung first a sloppy, rage-fueled punch. Jada dodged effortlessly, twisting aside. Amateur. Cole lunged next. She ducked, sweeping his legs. He collapsed. Logan tried grabbing her from behind. Bad move. She drove her elbow into his ribs. Hard. Crack. He stumbled back, gasping. Ethan hesitated, and that was his mistake. Jada spun, kicking him square in the chest. He flew backward, hitting the floor with a thud. 3 down, 1 left. Bryce's face was pure rage. He rushed her, throwing wild punches, desperate, sloppy, weak. Jada dodged every one, then struck a lightning-fast kick to his gut. He staggered. She grabbed his collar and slammed him to the gym floor. He gasped, stunned. Crouching over him, her voice low and dangerous, Jada said, "Don't ever touch me again." The gym was silent. Bryce groaned, his goons still down, defeated, humiliated again. By the next morning, Sterling Prep had a new legend. Bryce was no longer feared, Jada was. No one whispered behind her back, they whispered about what she'd do if you crossed her. Bryce learned the hard way. Some people you just don't mess with.